Coach Mitchum back out to the mound.
We do have live stream back up and going, and it's a really good-looking picture there. It's the darkness and the lights and the center field lights. It looks pretty cool, what you're watching at home. And you can see the umpires and Pierce Mitchell, the head coach of Heber Springs, meeting in front of the mound. Not sure what they're talking about. They definitely have. Gabe Henry's playing catch with Zach Hunt, trying to stay loose. It's 11-3 Clinton. There's 2 outs in the 7th inning. The Jackets are an out away from winning this first game of a conference doubleheader.
Gosh, this is one of those college discussions. Why take 5 minutes? Batters out of order.
And
the game.
That is the ball game. Boji called it.
Yeah. Had to be something like that.
Coach McKnight must have picked that up somewhere in the dugout there. Heber Springs batted out of order. It must have been the runner or the hitter at first, because you let them go ahead and hit, and then you challenge
it.
And so good job by Coach McKnight and the coaching staff for Clinton. Heber Springs batted out of order. They waited for the illegal hitter to bat, reach first base, and then pointed that out, and the umpires came to the same conclusion, and that ends the ball game. I've seen some unusual endings, and this is pretty unusual for baseball here, as it ends on a batter hitting out of order. Anyway, your final score in this one, it's Clinton 11, Heber Springs 3. Stay with us so we wrap this one up from the ballpark in Clinton. Listen to Yellow Jacket Baseball on the Trip, 94.7.
There's only one name you call. Justice Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They strive for excellence in every job they do. Quality work is their specialty. They probably charge them the perfect total match. Plus, you know when your cars are getting justice, and it will last. For all your collision repairs, body work, Justice Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery is the place to call. Highway 65 Shopping Center, call 745-2902.
Yeah. It's crazy ending, Mr. Hawley. That doesn't happen like that very often. You see it sometimes in the middle innings or something, because kids get pinch running, courtesy running, bat there, and then all of a sudden, and I don't know who brought that to the umpire's attention. Coach Mitchum came out there and talked, but I think it was out of our dugout that brought that to the attention. So good call by Coach McKnight.
Yeah, it's got to come from the other team, bringing that to the attention of the umpire. As we said, though, you got to go ahead and let the illegal batter bat and reach base, and then do it. If you do it during the middle of the at bat, they'll just put the correct hitter up there.
Oh.
They assume the count, and so. But big news today, though. The Yellow Jackets win their first conference game in 2 seasons as they beat Heber Springs tonight by a score of 11-3. The Jackets jumped out with a run in the first. Started with a big double by Rylan Jones. He had eventually come around and score on a base hit by Colton Warren. The Jackets would add 2 more in the second inning, as they had a walk, a hit batter, and then a base hit. And the Yellow Jackets led 3-0 after 2 innings. Neither team scored in the third. Heber Springs picked up a run in the fourth to cut the lead to 3-1. But then the Yellow Jackets came right back in the bottom of the fourth with 2 runs to make it 5-1. And then they blew the game open in the 5th inning, as the Yellow Jackets sent 12 batters to the plate in the 5th inning and scored 6 times on 3 base hits, and 5 walks in the inning by Heber Springs pitching. Yellow Jackets also had a sacrifice fly to knock in a run in that inning, but a 6-run 5th inning blew the game open. And Yellow Jackets would go on. Heber would add 2 runs in the 6th inning, but the Yellow Jackets would go on to win this one by a score of 11-3. And the Yellow Jackets are now 3-1 on the season, and Heber Springs now drops to 0-5. Yellow Jackets are now 1-0 in conference play with one more game up here in about 20 minutes. They'll play again another conference game, and we won't have that one on the air for you, but we'll try to get the score out to you on social media. But the Yellow Jackets now 3-1 on the season with wins over Danville, Greers Ferry, and Heber Springs. The Panthers now 0-5 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. Our next broadcast, well, before we get out of here, let's mention, me and Boji talked about this, our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game. It'll be senior Rylan Jones hitting. He had a double and scored a run. He had a single, knocked in a run, and scored another run. Had a screaming hit to right center field that the center fielder ran down. It was a big night for Rylan Jones at the plate. And on the mound, starting pitcher Rhett Horton for the Yellow Jackets. He was the winning pitcher today and pitched 4 innings for the Yellow Jackets and gave up only 1 run while striking out. What did I have on the strikeouts? He had 4 strikeouts through 4 innings, gave up only 1 run. And I only see 2 walks that time. He had a couple of stretches where he retired 3 in a row, and then he retired 6 in a row. And so good job today by the left-hander Red Horton. Your First Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game, Rylan Jones and Red Horton. Thanks, First Arkansas Bank and Trust, for all your support of Yellow Jacket Athletics. And located in the Cash Saver parking lot in downtown Clinton, are as close as your computer. As they say at First Arkansas Bank and Trust, Clinton comes first. Boji, any final words on this one?
Well, you could see a little bit of different change in the philosophies. You know, we ran a little bit more, worked really hard. It looked like on pickoff plays, just that little stuff. I don't think we made did we make an error? Maybe 1 on defense. So the pitchers didn't walk many. I still really like Rylan Jones. He just makes things happen. You know, at the plate, he's going to put it in play, and if he gets on, he's going to run the bases, and it's a good deal, good way to start off, especially when you get to beat Heber the first game of the first conference game.
That's the formula. Don't make errors, don't walk people, and just make the routine plays. That's a formula for winning baseball, and the Yellow Jackets had some timely hitting today also, and they were a really good job at putting the ball in play on the bunt, those little small things, and as you said, also picking off runners. That was a big pickoff play early in the ball game. The Yellow Jackets picked off a runner when they had some men on. So it was a good day for Coach McKnight and the Yellow Jackets today, and a big crowd here. And they're taking a little bit of a break, but if you're in the area, this game will start. Game 2 will start in about 20 minutes. We want to have the coverage here for you on the Trip 94.7. Our next broadcast will be Monday. It'll be softball from Quitman as the Lady Yellow Jackets look to bounce back. They lost a heartbreaker today at Ball Knob by a score of 8-7. They look to bounce back Monday as they travel to take on the Quitman Lady Bulldogs. We'll have that for you Monday afternoon around 4:30, so look forward to that. And want to thank Keith Parrish back in the studio for running the board for us. It was a tough day today with a lot of things on our end going wrong on this end with our equipment here.
Let's blame it on Keith.
I want to thank Sid King and Allie King were both here today trying to help us get this going. And finally, Sid figured out something back at the station, some type of plug that had to be something had to be done back at the station, and the sound came back to live stream. So we want to thank Sid for doing that. Luckily, he was here. His grandson plays for Heber Springs, so he was on site today. And, of course, Allie, who owns the station Heber Springs, also here today. I want to thank them. Thank Crystal Barnett. If you need advertising needs, give her a call, and she can get you taken care of. Maybe if you want to help sponsor Yellow Jacket baseball, softball, there's still plenty of time to do that. Well, thanks for Boji Hester for joining me again this season. He adds a lot of great insight from his years of coaching and playing, and brings the game to life for us here. And I'm Mike Hawley. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long. Thanks, Keith.